Hi, this is Bea from Sorcery Soap, and today we're going to make, I'll put in a picture right here, we're going to make artist's palettes or painting palettes. I made these a long time ago as a soap cookie, and I'm stunned that I didn't think about making these as an embellishment, so that's what we're going to do. So I put up the video for the mold making, and I'm really glad that so many people made a comment about that and said they liked it, because I wasn't really sure about it. I just felt like it helped me, so maybe it'll help other people. This is a good way to use up little pieces of color, because they don't really even have to match the colors so on the palette. So I'm going to probably make them symmetrical. So this is from my Ateco group, and these I've listed before. I'll put a link in the description. Oops, that's the wrong size. Sorry. This size is the one I want to use. So I have 5 made, and I need at least 8 more. So I use this size. So this is they come in 3 sizes in the Ateco, and this is the medium. I thought that would be a little bit better. And then this is just a plunger, but you can use any shape for it. Oops, that one's on the wrong side, but that could be for a left-handed person. No, right-handed. So you want to hold it this way and then put it that way, I suppose, huh? There. So that's what they come out like. So I have 8. I want 9 to have one back, because you know how I like to have drawers full of soap things that I probably will never use, but only keep as an example. So that fuzz just jumped out of the air right there. I know you probably can't see it on the camera, but I can, and that's what matters. We don't want fuzzy soap leaving our house ever. There. Just make a couple extras, because you never know if one's gonna mess up, regardless of how careful you are. So there's a couple ways that you can make the paint spots on these palettes. So this is a little bit soft still, so I just smeared it. But so I made these a couple weeks ago for the confetti, and I showed how to do that. You can use those, which are already cured, and then just put them on, adhere them to the soap cookie or the palette with water. There's that way. And then you can make them a little bit more organic. Thought that was an interesting way. And I'm going to use red, orange, blue, and yellow. So although orange is a mix of those two, I thought it was kind of bright and it would be cheery. And I'm going to cut them out. So this really super neon bright orange probably isn't appropriate for this, but we'll give it a try and see. And I made these cookies a long time ago, and then I made them look like they had blobs of paint on them. And those worked out okay, but they're a little bit too chocolate chip-like, a little bit pokey to me. I didn't like the way they felt. So I just used this as a shape I got from another thing I found on Amazon, which I've probably mentioned to you before. I'll make 2 of each. There we go. Okie doke. Kind of like those. They look like those sugar dots from, I never ate them. I only saw other kids eating them. They had sugar dots on a strip of paper when I was a kid. I never even got those. So any candy that we had generally was, like unusual candy, was things that we got for Halloween, because we didn't have that stuff in the house when I was a kid. And so those didn't come in Halloween candies for us. Sugar dots, I think that's what they're called. I don't remember. If you remember what they were, tell me, because I don't. Okay, now we need a red one. There. I could put even one more on there if I wanted to. Looks pretty good. So those are 3 ways to do this. Like this. You could build on it and make a paintbrush. I made paintbrushes with them before, and paintbrushes aren't that difficult to make. The idea is based on that broom. You just make a pole and then put a little brush. I'll show you how to do that. So, let's see. I don't want to make it this color. I want brown, but I don't want to get up. So anyway, so make the paintbrush itself, right? So you can make the brush any size you want. You just need some sort of stick. And this would probably work. Oh wait, I do have something. No, I don't have the right disc in it. Hang on just a second. I've loaded my extruder with black, and I want a paintbrush handle, right? Mostly just a handle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want the end to be all tidy. So there's that, right? And then I can use brown, but this yellow seemed to be pretty dramatic. So then I just make a paintbrush, and you know how to do that. Like that. Easy enough, right? And then we want to poke a hole in the bottom of it, because it keeps it a little bit neater. Stick just a little bit of water in there. And of course we want it to be straight. So you can make these more detailed with bristles and different brown colors, but you get the idea. There. And you can see there's a paintbrush. There's the palette, or there's palette. There you go. Whoops, I'm not even on camera. There you go. And there's a bunch of different ways you could do this. So I thought that you would be interested in seeing this. Okay, Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Okay, so I used this yellow and some brown and just a touch of black, and then I just pulled it apart. I don't even roll them together anymore. I just pull them apart like this, and not mix them necessarily, but pull them to make streaks in it like that, so that there's a little bit of a highlight there. And this is going to be my brush bristles. So this one's not as streaky. There we go. You see how that's kind of streaky right there? So these are my brush bristles, and then I just tuck it around, make it a teardrop, and then I had a little crack in it. And I rolled these out earlier from I extruded them. That looks a little big, so let's see, that actually looks better. And now I'll let these dry a bit and then come back and put some brush strokes in them. And the brush strokes will look like, here, I'll show you with this. It'll look like this. Oops, make sure it's clean. Like that, not like this, because then it starts to give these like crumbs. So you just want to press into it, and you have to let it dry a bit in order to do that. If you do it right now, you're going to get like that. That's not too bad, but sometimes you'll get crumbs like that instead of having drag marks like that, and you want to press into it. Just let it dry just a bit. So this one here, let's see, pull that off and tuck that on. This one's a little bit more gold than I'd like, but I think it'll do. Here, let's get another piece. I have more. This one here, yeah. So you can see, like, so it just has a little bit detail to it, and then that has a little water on it. There. And then I'd roll these out, let them dry. So by the time I rolled all those, by the time I rolled those and then I mixed this brown, they're a little bit dry enough to manage like that. And this is, I used my extruder, and then I tapered them on either end. So we'll leave those to dry, and then I'll add some brush strokes. And I think those might actually look a little bit better. See how that just kind of came shiny because I put a little bit of moisture on it? Don't want to leave my fingerprints in there. So, nope. Now I'm munging it all up, aren't I? There. So I think that'll look nicer on there than it would be just if it were a gold or a yellow. Okay, thanks for watching.